The OldPreMeds podcast, session number 161. You're a non-traditional student entering the medical field on your terms. You may have had some hiccups along the way, but now you're ready to change course and go back and serve others as a physician. This podcast is here to help answer your questions and help educate you on your non-traditional journey to becoming a physician. Welcome back to the OldPreMeds podcast. Thank you for taking the time to join me today, where I take questions directly from the OldPreMeds forum over at medicalschoolhq.net/forums or premedforums.com. I got all these domains that you can go to, and it will get you to where you need to go. Today we have a great question from a student asking about making smart decisions after some missteps. They say, "Hello everyone, I'm having a difficult time making some school-related decisions and wanted to get some additional opinions. Sorry that this is a long post, and thank you in advance for any insights or advice you might have." A little background. I have a BA in psychology from a public university in 2014. I completed General Bio 1 and 2, General Chem 1 and 2, and General Physics 1 at a not-so-great Postbac from a private university that took a big chunk of my federal aggregate loan limit. I did well in those courses, 3.75, but my GPA from my psychology degree was around a 2.75, giving me a cumulative and science GPA of 3.3. I have been accepted to a private university to complete a second bachelor's in biology with organic chemistry, physics, biochemistry, molecular biology, cell biology, genetics, microbiology, and a research requirement with the possibility of summer research. It would be a 2-year program at minimum. The 4-year university would require private loans of about $20,000 per year. The community college would essentially be free due to a tuition scholarship, and my family said they would help cover any additional costs such as parking and textbooks. I would be able to take organic chemistry, physics, biochemistry, and microbiology. I need to decide soon if I should complete the second bachelor's at a 4-year university or go to a community college and do a do-it-yourself postbac. Should I do, basically the question comes down to, should I do a free 1-year do-it-yourself postbac at a community college or a loan-heavy 2-year second bachelor's at a private university? Thank you for your time and advice. All right, so what do you think? Free do-it-yourself postbac or lots of loans, second bachelor's degree? Now, if you've listened to anything that I've talked about in OldPreMeds or pre-med years, wherever I talk about admissions and steps to get into medical school, I almost never really focus on the exact thing that you do. The ultimate goal is to determine that you can prevail, that you can succeed taking classes. Doesn't matter if it's a community college, doesn't matter if it's a private university, doesn't matter if it's a public university. It does matter if it's an online university, so there's an asterisk there. It doesn't matter. You need to do well in your classes, period. That's how you do well. You need to do well in your classes. Community college, private, public, doesn't matter where they are. Now, with that said, will you potentially get some pushback from the admissions committee that says, hey, I see that you did a lot of your prereqs, a lot of your core science classes at a community college. Why did you do that? I'm not sure that you've stressed yourself enough. You've proven that you can handle the coursework. Will that happen? Could that happen? Sure, it could. Does it matter? Nope. Because if they're asking you that question, you're at the interview. And if you're at the interview, they've looked at your stuff. They want to make sure that you have the right answer for why you did your classes at a community college. And if you can say, when it came down to deciding between community college versus going back to a 4-year university to complete more classes, it really came down to a financial decision. I was able to go to the community college for free. I had the support of my friends and family. I If I went to the four-year university and completed a second bachelor's degree, I would have had a lot more loans, and for me, it just wasn't worth it. They want to make sure that you have a good reason why you're doing what you're doing. And if you can state that, then you're fine. You're fine. So free is definitely better than lots of loans. You're getting the classes. Now, the one asterisk I put on there is online prereqs. Do not take your prereqs online. It will hinder you from potentially getting interviews and being a strong candidate at schools. So don't do them online. Community college is fine, though. All right? Keep pushing forward. Keep getting those A's. Keep improving that GPA. All right, there you have it. That's all I got for you for today's OldPreMeds podcast. Again, if you have questions that you want answered here on the podcast, go to premedforums.com and click on the non-traditional pre-med forum. The OldPreMeds podcast questions will tell you that that's where the questions are taken from. So the non-traditional pre-med forum over at premedforums.com. Register for an account if you don't already have one and ask your question. Hopefully it will be answered here on the podcast. I hope you have a great week. We'll see you next time here on the Old Pre-Meds podcast.